Some Like It Hot is a web series actively sponsored by the Church of Christ and all of the disciples that actively follow it. The content found in this video and in the whole series have been deemed safe for viewing of all ages and has been advertised as educational to those interested in joining the Church of Christ. Viewer discretion is advised.
I can't seem to face up to the facts. I'm tense and nervous and I can't relax. I can't sleep 'cause my bed's on fire. Don't touch me, I'm a real live wire. Psycho killer. Snapple real fact number 729. Twins have a very high occurrence of left-handedness. You learn something new every day. Hello everyone. Welcome back to Some Like It Hot, the hit international web series where I heat up foods and beverages so you don't have to. Now, this week I'm kind of done mourning. I'm done getting over this whole situation. I'd rather just not talk about it, keep moving, only straightforward, only good vibes. But that being said, we're gonna do one food, one beverage this week. And to kind of kickstart the conversation here between you and moi, let's talk about seltzer. How do you guys feel about seltzer? I know just about everyone around me is severely repulsed by the mere mention of the word seltzer. That doesn't mean that they don't drink it. I know a lot of people who despise seltzer that still drink it nonetheless. I'm waiting to see if this explodes.
Alright, we're safe.
Now, I really like seltzer. I'm a big polar guy, big
Masshole. Yes, I'm gonna do the masshole joke every single episode. Thank you for asking.
got my Worcester heritage here by just slamming polar seltzers left and right. That being said, I just opened this and I noticed something on this. It says December 21st, 2019. I don't know if that's when this expires, when it was bottled, when it was shipped, when it was conceived. It doesn't make me feel good though. The whole beverage thing, I feel like we've had a really bad track record with bad beverages, and this doesn't make me feel good. I'm going to give it a courtesy sip. This is the orange vanilla polar flavor. I'm a big fan of it personally. Alright, it tastes disgusting, but not more disgusting than it usually is.
Would you believe that we're doing a Some Like It Hot where I actually like the beverage?
I think this week we're going to kind of stretch out, we're going to figure out what we're going to do from here. Sure, the event that happened last week happened, but where do we go from here? I have a nice beverage here. How am I going to heat it up? Post a comment. What should I do with the beverage? I've already posted the video. I've already recorded, edited, and posted it. But still post a comment on what you'd want me to do, so maybe in the future I can do it. And I'm not going to just do a beverage this week. I actually have Haribo gummy bears here. A little bit of a hot take. I don't like gummy bears. I eat them, but I don't like them. I feel like that's a good portion of the things that I ingest. I don't like them at all, but I eat them nonetheless. Or I think they're disgusting and I still eat them. Not sure if these are expired. No, we have a good year before these expire. 2021. We're safe. I think the plan is I'm going to attempt to boil the seltzer. I'm just going to put it into a pot, throw it on top of the oven, get it to an uncomfortably hot temperature, pour it into the emoji cup.
Slam it back, call it a day.
With the gummy bears though, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm actually still kind of thinking about it. I think I'm just going to throw it on a little pan as opposed to a pot and just grill them. For those of you who don't know this, I don't actually really know how to cook or prepare food. I worked in the food industry for 3 years, but I still really don't know that much about cooking. I can make a sick grilled cheese or ramen noodles, but other than that, I'm kind of
Capital F fucked.
The more I drink of this beverage, the worse it's tasting. I'm not sure if that's just the seltzer being seltzer, or if it's legitimately gone bad and it's just taking its course upon my body. A little bit of another funny convenience store story. I remember a few episodes, the whole surge and snowball situation where the person behind the counter, the cashier, called me out on my poor purchasing habits. To follow that up, I went to the same store today. I record these episodes every... Is it Monday? I think it's Monday. I record these episodes every Monday, and I literally don't have any preparation. I literally just walk over to the store and say,
what should I do this week?
And then I grab an item off the shelf, whether it's a snack or a beverage. Seltzer's gonna make me throw up. I'm feeling good about myself. So I went today, like I like to do. I was listening to music the entire 4-minute walk over. I was completely oblivious to the outside world. I grabbed the seltzer here, I grabbed the gummy bears, and then I grabbed a third beverage that was like kind of like a reward for me doing this. Whenever I go to this convenience store, I always try to get a beverage for myself, like not something disgusting or not something that I'm going to heat up, but something I'm going to enjoy. So I went to the counter with my 3 items, threw them out, listening to my music, totally oblivious, reach for my wallet, pull that shit out, open it, and I realized that my previous transaction with cash, I grabbed the change, there's like 15 bucks in change, and threw it in another location that was not my wallet. And so what was left in my wallet was $4. So the cashier scanned all 3 items and is like, hey, the total is way more than what you have. So I just kind of stood there like a fucking dumbass, and I was like, I know I have access to a debit, a credit card, but I just prefer to operate in cash only. It's a kind of visual thing that helps me understand where my money is going. Bank tips with Kyle. So I told the woman to remove the beverage that was the one I was going to enjoy because the show must go on. And also I'm not going to make a second trip because then as a man, I just lose all my dignity. The cashier rolled their eyes at me, made a exhale, like a sigh, that they were pissed off at me, which I completely understand. It's on me. I fucked up. I get it.
The amount of crippling self-hatred that I'm illustrating on myself is enough punishment. I don't need flack from the convenience store cashier.
But, you know, I don't hold grudges. I'm not gonna do this. So, the cashier completely cancels out that first transaction, takes the beverage that I'm not gonna buy, throws it across the room to the back of the convenience store, and she goes to start the actual transaction and to scan the 2 items that I presented to them. They scan the first item, and in my head I realized I don't have enough money for even this transaction. So my heart stops for a second. I realize I don't have enough money to record the episode of Some Like It Hot, or at least without making a second trip. So they ring it up, they look at me. I'm standing there looking like a fucking dork. Cash in hand, but the cash in my hand isn't enough. Cashier swipes it from me, reaches over the counter, 6 feet, snatches the cash out of my hand, counts it, and says, "Who gives a shit, man?" Puts it in the cash register, closes it, and tells me to fuck off. It was a win against capitalism. It was a win against the convenience store. But the amount of business I give them, it probably evens out to the 3 cents my bill was over, but I still felt tremendously guilty and shitty about it, and I couldn't wait to tell it on this show. I'm going to try and always be ready financially in the future. I hope you all learned a lesson. I know I did. Always be ready. And if someone pulls out a knife or gun to mug you, give them all you have, no questions asked. That money may not be replaceable, but you especially are. I don't think there's a ton of housekeeping for me to do this week. Usually at the beginning of these episodes I have a lot to talk about. I have a certain comment string to talk about, but I really got nothing this week. It's been a pretty boring week. Last video bombed. Nobody liked it. I respect it. I'll do better in the future. I think we should just get on with the show. I think we should, bring back that good vibe, that live, laugh, love vibe. Let's completely destroy both of these items, and let's have a good time doing it, okay? Let's go. Alright, what's an appropriate amount of seltzer to boil? Post a comment. How long do I boil seltzer? What happens when I boil seltzer? Does anybody even know? I know I don't. So let's just get on with this already. Oh, hell yeah. I'm not liking the looks of this already. I don't like Bobby. Oh shit, I just coated the fucking oven in seltzer water. I was just gonna comment how much I looked like Bobby Flay, then I just looked like a fucking idiot. Ah, shit. Now what you wanna do is you wanna crank this up all the way on high, and we're gonna watch the magic happen. Post a comment down below. What burner do you use on the oven? Are you one of the people who's basic and uses the front right burner? Are you front right gang? I don't think anybody uses those back two. I know people have a debate whether left or right is the correct one, but personally I've never heard anyone be like, oh hell yeah, I vibe with the fucking back burners. Those shits fucking suck. This is some cool ASMR. I really like what I'm actually watching right here. Also, I need to make a note of the scent that that's wafting in the kitchen right now. It smells like I just violently cut open a can of orange Febreze. I don't know if Febreze has an orange scent, but I feel like they probably do. I feel like I took one of the cans and just hit it with a fucking axe. Not like Axe body spray, but like a legitimate fucking woodcutter axe. I just fucking smashed that shit.
Alright, now it's kind of smelling like creamsicle in here. I actually kind of enjoy what's happening. The aroma is decadent. I think I'm going to turn off the burner now. I'm going to throw this into the fucking emoji cup and we're going to see what happens.
For all of you amateur filmmakers out there, I do not encourage that you attempt to handle boiling water with one hand while recording with the other. I think it's a rather poor idea and a good way to get yourself hurt. But I seem to be full of those. I'm shocked at how well I just poured that. Is anybody else impressed? I was expecting this hot, boiling water to just somehow propel upwards and set my hand ablaze or some shit. I'm just gonna leave that like that. I'm gonna assume that it's not gonna catch fire in the sink. Let's grab this right here and head back to the review area.
This weekend. Because I'm about to be in a terrible accident. But really, I should have cleaned up the grease over there. And they should never put the deep fryer so close.
Somebody help me! Now, I got the dreaded emoji mug back. I know all of you really seem to have grown some weird attachment to it. So don't you fret your young hearts. It's here. To honor the bet that I made last episode that I wouldn't use ice cubes for the beverage I created, Then I broke the Keurig and I didn't really drink anything. I'm going to actually honor that comment just because I didn't honor it last episode, and I am in fact not a pussy, like what Derek said. I don't know if it's a good idea for me to throw my lips upon the beverage right now just because it was just boiling. The scene transition from over there to here probably took me 15 seconds, so I'm pretty sure that this beverage is still scalding hot.
Shut up. I'm not a pussy.
Okay, so I said that to amp myself up, place my lips on the mug. The mug is hotter than I can withstand. I nearly burned my lip just from placing it upon the mug. So we're gonna put it here for 15 seconds. You can count along at home. We're just gonna sit here and there's not gonna be a cut or anything. We're just gonna sit here for exactly 15 seconds. All right, ready? Let's start counting. All right, all you keen-eyed viewers, was that 15 seconds? Was anyone actually counting? Post a comment and let me know if it was 15 seconds and whether you were actually counting. Because if you were actually counting, I'm sorry, you need to do something more with your life. Now that I've waited 15 seconds, I feel like the beverage is still very hot, but manageable. Even when I blatantly put ice cubes in it, it feels like it's way too fucking hot. Just being in the vicinity, I can feel my nostrils getting scorched by just the odor of it. Alright, I think this is going to be the episode where I actually crush the entire hot beverage because I did a little bit of research while the water was boiling, and it turns out if you boil seltzer water, it's just water at the end. It's like if you just boiled regular water, the end product would be boiled water, and then if you cool it, it's just water. So I think by boiling the seltzer water, it wasn't as comedic as I thought it may be. I was expecting some kind of explosion or something to happen, but I just ended up creating water, and it's like lukewarm slash like warm. It's like somewhere between lukewarm and warm, because lukewarm is not actually warm, it's like room temperature, right? Something like a room temperature. How is that one, guys? Was that one funny? Post a comment if that one was funny. Some like it hot. Damn, dude. Does anyone like hot water? Post a comment if you like to drink just hot water, so everyone can make fun of you in the comments. You know what? For once, I'm gonna say I'm feeling happy. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever in Some Like It Hot history, I'm feeling happy. And guess what? There's nothing in here. I crushed the entire beverage by myself. So Derek, if you're watching this video, which I know you are, I'm no pussy. You're the pussy. Do you guys have a favorite flavor of Haribo gummy bears? I ripped off the little legend here on the back on what flavor is which color. Personally, I really like the green and red ones. I know that there's assigned flavors here, but just call them as the colors. I really don't like gummy bears. I don't like gummies at all. I never did in my entire life. You know what's weird? It said that the seltzer was expired like multiple months. At least that's kind of the hypothesis that I introduced to the equation. These say they expire next year, and yet they're nearly hard as a rock. I've had about enough of these for the entire month, so I think I'm gonna go throw these on the open grill. See you in 1 minute. I don't know whoever said men can't cook, but I hope they're witnessing the literal antithesis to their entire argument. I don't really know what to do with this. Okay. Hold on. Alright. This is the end product of what was left on the plate. What happened was I actually kind of burned it into the pan. So I just devoted the last 45 minutes to getting that awful stain out of it, and it's still there. This is rather disappointing. This isn't something that I can really, sit down and chow down upon. So I think I'm going to come up with a plan B with the remainder of these gummy bears. Alright, we gotta salvage what little of this video is left, so, let's hope that not the same... Oh shit, I just poured boiling water all over myself. Let's hope that the same thing that happened with the last pan situation doesn't happen here, and that it actually kind of melts into some kind of beverage. I think that'd be kind of sick, but I highly doubt that that's what's gonna happen. Let's find out. I feel kind of like a witch and or a warlock right now brewing this disgusting, awful fucking beverage. It's really hard being such a master in culinary experiences that I could just come up with something like this on the fly, you know? I guess I am kind of fly. Alright, finished cooking that shit. Threw it into the feeling happy emoji mug. I don't know what these little creatures are that are inside this liquid, but it's not looking good. I don't even know what color this is. Post a comment. What color do you think this liquid is? It's hard to look at, if I'm gonna be real with you. Alright, let's wrap this shit up. Let's take a sip out of the disgusting gummy bear water concoction I've created here. You know what? I'm double downing on it. Derek, you can never call me a pussy again, because I'm gonna go into both these beverages without the assistance of ice cubes. Let's say a prayer. I know I'm not a religious guy, but I've been kind of feeling rather pious recently. So let's say a few words and then I'll engorge myself upon this dearest beverage here. Hey God, it's Kyle again. I'm back with Some Like It Hot. I know that you didn't approve of my web series when I kind of pitched it to you, but I want you to know that it's successful. It's getting 10 views every week. I'm feeling good about myself for once. I know the things that I create are against your image, God. But quite frankly, I don't give a fuck. This isn't bad. How is this good? I know it's just gummy bears melted into water, but why did it... It's not even that it's like, oh, this is passable for what I've created. It's like, damn, this is a good beverage. I would drink this on the norm. You put this in the fridge, I would come up and heist that shit, because this shit's good. Once again, the emoji mug actually describing, perfectly, illustrating beautifully how I'm feeling. I'm feeling happy. You know, after the rainstorm that was the last episode, I really feel like we found both the rainbow and the sunshine that was kind of on the horizon. Life may be hard, but you know what? It's not all bad.
I need y'all at home to come up with some better challenges because I'm 2 for 2 on beverages this week. I'm feeling good about myself. I'm feeling like $1,000,000. I need you guys to propose something that's gonna absolutely knock the wind out of me. That'll absolutely sucker punch me, if you would. But easy. Provide me with a challenge, I dare you.
Alright, I think we're just about done with this episode. If you liked this video, please like it. If you didn't like this video, fuck you. Please like the video anyway. If you have anything you want to comment, even if it's just orange juice, please comment it. I greatly appreciate everything all of you have to say. Please subscribe to me. This whole Some Like It Hot thing is about all that I have left in my life. So you subscribing, liking, and commenting reminds me that I'm worthy of existing amongst you important people. I love you all. Make sure to drink extra water, stay hydrated during these stressful times. And most important of all, make sure you watch the film Street Trash. Good night, everybody. I love ya.